Stinks from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Le'Veon Bell on the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Bell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He was brought down.
The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 17 carries, 61 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
From the 29, Brissett. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
That's another Colts first down.
Brissett to throw on first. The toss is completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts nothing.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
A man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, bracketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed. And got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Number 26.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
Breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
They're not out now joy, right? Because
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 76 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point by Badgley up. Good.
Colts 10. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A screen to Bell. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Saints.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Going to call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Able to find Harris, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
32-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And this time he is in. Marlon Mack, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. They're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Kick is good.
And his kick is right through. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across midfield.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in his third quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he
we
got
were kids?
The orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right, the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
They'll run with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. He'll look to throw. That one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll run for it. This is Mack. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive drive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Manning.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Micah Kaiser in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
partner. They're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Goes underneath for Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. This is Bell on the dump off. No gain, and it's second down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Bell. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
The third down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Fighting Hilton on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Colts, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'm in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life in the truck. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, against our odds like Willie beaming. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, roll through the back. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a youngin'. They told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother. I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act? I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I get it and go. I get it and go. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I don't be with me so basic. Well, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want parts of your wild nonsense. We got momentum, we try stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a god. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey,
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner, so I had
Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. Now comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike it.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take them in.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 15 carries, 58 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the give, now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on third, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Greg Ward on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Murray. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. (7-7) our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
This is Freeman. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman.
Murray's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so there's no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
23-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Bradley McDougall.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. From the gun, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
At the 22-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks with a second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Murray from midfield.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Texans' 31-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, Watson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Complete to Duke Johnson.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 50, it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down throw. Watson over the middle. Open is Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray's pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Murray now. Eluding the pressure right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Hopkins, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
To throw again. Murray. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, once again, the intended target. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
And that will be incomplete.
Murray's pass intended for Christian Kirk.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Is good. That ties the game at 17.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Watson on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 28-yard line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here comes Cobb. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Houston set to take over. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jordan Phillips. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Watson to the right side and complete to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Kyler Murray sacked. A fumble.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If they throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Back to throw. Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 8. A little under a minute to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas.
That's good for a Texans first down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Jordan Thomas. Robert Alford.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Tonight's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cards, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
She right got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. The mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Niners.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Nice play, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, 49ers.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a 49er.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Garoppolo.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
George Kittle.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. Hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Niners 3, Cardinals nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
On the tackle.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Murray. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st and 10 at the 24.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. They'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Cardinals nothing.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Freeman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Dante Pettis. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple. On the counter, Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman, the ball.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
Midfield to the 49.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Kyler Murray.
Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
Complete to Brandon.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He'll find Lindsay here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, San Francisco. Let's go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Philip Lindsay.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Open, that is Ayuk, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are back within a score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
49ers 10.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center, and he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Jimmy Ward.
Throwing now is Murray. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary for that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
A yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo. And
now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Recovered.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
6-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Final minute now, the third quarter. On 2nd down, Freeman. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. Here's Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Cardinals.
This is Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason. Lighten up now.
That's good for a Cardinal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Edmonds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass. Intended for...
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. And that will be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It's now 4th down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Well, he had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
49-yard line.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Complete.
12 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to number 8.
George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
The previous play is under review.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive goes 8 plays. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. Then the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. Freeman again. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss cover.
You don't make up for what has happened.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
DeAndre Hopkins, incomplete. It's
an incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cardinals, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town.
little bit. You ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bags to the grave, put them right in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit,